Greetings everyone, I'm Aditya Kaushik from Outreach Club Film and Media Council of IIT BHU Varanasi, and today we have with us one of the most prestigious and respected guests, Mr. Rakesh Aggarwal. Mr. Aggarwal is an alum of our very own college, IIT BHU, batch of 1978. He has worked as a managing director in Saurin Enterprises, founded Longwarry Food Park, and currently he's working as a managing director in Aggarwal Family Office. First of all, welcome to IIT BHU. Or I should be saying welcome back to IIT BHU. So first of all, let's just start with how did you, like, after doing an electrical engineering degree in IIT BHU in India, Varanasi, one of the most ancient cities of India, how did you end up in Australia doing business?
I was working in India, and then I went to Saudi Arabia for a few years. And from Saudi Arabia, I migrated to Australia because that was the time when Australia had opened up for engineers. My intention of going to Australia was not to start a business, but I wanted to work in a job in Australia, and I did find one job in a dairy company, which was a contract job. Initially, the job was for 3 months, but it continued for many years, and I ended up working for the company for 6 years. So I got quite a good experience in dairy industry, in the project work, and in the equipment in dairy industry, which I found very fascinating, in fact. And my work was not limited to just electrical engineering, but I worked in a general sense in the whole of dairy industry at that time.
What are the aspects of campus life or college life in general that you miss the most these days?
I remember the time, we used to have Durga Puja holidays at that time, which was about a month-long holiday, and came 3 months after we joined the college first time. We all were so keen to get home at that time. We couldn't stay in the camp, we wanted to get home. But when we came back and spent another 6 months here, none of us wanted to go home. We wanted to stay here. The home was not as interesting anymore after that.
How has your friends in college life helped you, the connection that you made helped you in further in life?
Well, it's a great thing to have friends. And we are having 50th reunion now of our joining this college. And I met some friends after 45 years this time. It doesn't look like 45 years. We meet them and we feel that we knew them from all these years and even missed a beat. We feel like it's much harder to make friends of this quality later in life than what you do at this time when you spend day and night together in the hostel with them.
That is interesting. And talking about entrepreneurship, one of the most inspiring success stories of yours, the Longwarry Food Park one. I would love to hear what inspired you to create Longwarry Food Park and what were some of the challenges that you faced while creating the company.
Well, that's an interesting story. So I decided to buy one factory. I didn't have the money to buy it. I had very little funds of my own to buy the factory. I convinced the banks to lend me, and finally one bank agreed to lend me money, which helped me buy the factory. The problem with the factory was that it was too small for Australian conditions. It was a 2 tons per hour plant, while at that time in Australia they were setting up 6 tons per hour plant. So it was inefficient in terms of manpower consumption and energy consumption. That was the main challenge to this plant. It also came with an interesting challenge that I couldn't use this factory for producing milk production on that for 3 years. So I had to wait for 3 years of holding, which I could do nothing about. To overcome the challenge for these 3 years, I rented out different parts of the factory to different people. So we rented out some land to a truck company which parked their trucks. We got some rent from them. Similarly, I rented a part of the factory to a meat manufacturer, got rent from him, and to a cheesemaker, and I got rent from him so that I could pay the interest bill on the money that I borrowed from the bank. So that was the starting point. So we went up from 2 tons per hour capacity to 6 tons per hour capacity. We had 7 people running a 2 tons plant, and with 6 tons we had only 3 people running the whole plant, and that made it very economical. We were very competitive with other large companies and became a very modern plant.
I wanted to know, as an owner of a farm like NeoKare and someone who has already worked in biotechnological aspects a lot of times, according to you, how important is biotechnology for the future of mankind?
My personal assessment is that we will benefit a lot over the next 5 years with the implosion of technology in the field of biomedicine, whether it's in the form of artificial intelligence or in the form of gene monitoring and gene repairing. But I'm very hopeful that next 5 will see a huge change in biotechnology.
Any other sort of advice that you would like to give to our students?
I think one of the most important things that you could do in your college life is not just focus on studies. That's important, there's no doubt about it. Now, that's something I've always thought about that it should be taught. If nothing else, I would suggest that all of you guys should do something in finance or economics as you're going through engineering degrees. It would hold you in good stead as you move forward in your career.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for giving your time. It was a great privilege for me personally to be taking your interview, and for all of us. There's so much we can learn from you, and yeah, just any final words you would like to tell us.
Thank you so much. You're a great institution, and we wish you have a great life. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.